Hello everyone, welcome to Hero Cantare. Couple of quick notes before we get started. I wasn't able to figure out how to do the playback speed, so unfortunately the actual fights itself goes for quite a long time. I will put the timestamps in the description so you're easily able to skip through that. If you do wish to watch through it, I'd recommend increasing the playback speed. Otherwise, that's a long wait. Besides that, quick note on the artifacts. You would definitely want to focus heavily on counterattack and armor crash as much as possible. The counterattack will help you strip off the shield buffs that she occasionally gives herself, and the armor crash helps get through her obviously ever increasing defense. So yeah, that's it for the notes. Onto the video. Hello, welcome everybody. Today I'm going to be showcasing how to clear the normal boss in the Fiesta event that we've got going in auto one-shot. Um, this is the units I'm going to be using. I'm doing it this way so I can showcase the full awakening tree. Sora and Kun are the only ones that are tapped out at the moment. This is their actual stats. These are the relics. I am not free to play, just so everyone knows. My mirror kind of needs a little bit of love, but that's what happens when there's only like 3 sources in the game for chaos shards. Barn needs a little bit of work too, but obviously the chaos shards have gone into Sora, so I can actually confirm that this can be done with just S equipment. Don't actually take the SS equipment as anything because I was working on a formation earlier with Elaine here. Didn't work out quite as I was hoping, but that's mainly because of the fact that I don't have the resources to take it a level 90 at the moment because I decided to kind of upgrade all my things a little bit. Probably turn that down. Uh, and yeah, so in doing that, I actually ended up completely unequipping Mirai besides the unique and pendant, necklace, earrings. Uh, so she had nothing on her, and Sora had only S equipment, and I was still able to one-shot it on auto. So it is very doable. These aren't necessarily the only units, but basically, this is the only attack that's going to be used. Damn it. And the only thing that matters is the remove buff from, or for each attack. Against this boss, it's the only thing that matters. And obviously having enough damage. So we'll go in normal. This is the way I've got my skills set up. I just have everything on except for any of Zora's except her basic because that is the only thing that's actually necessary. I have tried it with the other 4, like, well, I've tried it like this, I've tried it like this. I've even on even manually doing it, using the middle ability because it does a lot more damage because it's level 5. Whoops, pardon me. You can't see it there. That sucks. But anyway, because, well, 4, because that ability is the only one that's upgraded, it would do more damage. But against this, or, yeah, against this boss in this particular fight, it actually doesn't matter. Uh, Most of the damage will come from Kun's burns. That's why I wanted to try out Elaine, because her poison and everything. On manual, I can make the Elaine, like, basically in this combo, because where you've got Elaine is kind of important. Uh, yeah, I like this because Bond's 30% extra damage is kind of nice to get off the ground, but really the main bulk of the damage comes towards the end of the fight once Bam has hit 50% HP and his uh, 2-chain gives defense down and the party starts dealing a lot of extra damage. And it seems the burn also deals more damage when the defense down is up as well. So we'll actually just go straight in on auto, repeat 10 times. Um, what I will do for the recording is I will try to speed this section up. Unfortunately, I've only got a mobile to record with at the moment. I was looking at starting up when I got my laptop, but this event, figuring this out was kind of too important not to share with everybody. So I'm going to pretty much just put it down at this point. There's going to be no audio up until the end of this. You'll see how it works. It's just there is actually a sequence to the way that she brings up her invincibility too. I noticed when I was manually doing it, I would quite frequently, that didn't work, unfortunately. I would start the turn with Sora's 2-chain and obviously trying to stun her, which ends up not being the most efficient way to do this because then Bam never actually, Bam, sorry, not Bam, Bam actually never gets down to half health, as you can see right here. And the quicker that happens, the sooner the fight ends. But yeah, I noticed Sora's 2-chain was very frequently triggering her invulnerability, basically at the start of the turn, just before everyone else goes off. And then I was manualing it and still, and I noticed that if I used the 2-chain on Kun, because his attack up on that is a 5% boost continuous, but it's stacking up to a certain point. So essentially, you use that so many times in the fight, and that's a permanent boost for those units. And I noticed using that at the beginning of the turn order and then following her turn up with Sora's 2-chain would very infrequently actually trigger it, and it's I think it's like every 3 or 4 turns thereabout you end up with a with her proccing the invincibility. It's you learn the pattern if you pay enough attention. Obviously, while you're manualing, you kind of have no choice but to. Yeah, one thing I should probably mention is I'm not sure how like the cleanse works. I'm not sure if that's just a straight chance, if it works on the debuff accuracy, if it goes against debuff resist. That I'm not sure on. It would be interesting to find out. I haven't gone in depth into like any of the help menus or anything to figure out if it's in the game, but there's also a bit of an issue of translation, and I'm as adept as I am with English, it's sometimes difficult to understand what the real meaning is because a lot of these are definitely directly translated, which is a big issue when it comes uh, to English translation because the order of sentences changes the meaning of things. Thanks, English. Anyway, I will be quiet at this point and just let it run through. That should be second or third run. So we'll probably end up with another fourth, well, I don't know, run through it as quickly as the program I'm using will allow on the phone, but maybe a couple minutes. Anyway, enjoy. And that's that. As you can see, very, very consistent, very reliable. Uh, One thing I'd like to point out, hey, I can afford Kaiser now. Awesome. One thing I'd like to point out is that a lot of my shards, although I did get a bit lucky with Sora and Kun in their respective raid up drops, obviously I didn't get very lucky with Bam or Mira. In actual fact, most of their shards have come from the hero dungeons. Just a second. Get that timer going. Uh, so getting to 10. As you can see, once you've finished it, every day you can farm 4 from, might as well show you all of them. There's 8 from 10, 8, 6, and 3. Honestly, I wouldn't worry about the golden things because once you've actually bought 60 of them, it requires more than the 2 you can get from each dungeon every day. Yeah. Where is it here? Also, the key to all my success with dungeons and bosses and stuff is Sora. Sora, just Sora. She ends up soloing most everything. Yeah, I've also used yellow shards to get character shards up to the 60, I believe, because they're all on the 3 cost at the moment. But yeah, what else was I going to point out? I can't think of anything else. Oh, the equipment. Most of that, honestly, has come from just farming the advent bosses and fusing, all that good stuff. Uh, yeah, I do wish everyone all the best for this. Uh, Good luck. The key is you have to have someone with a. That's right. That's the thing. You have to have someone with a cleanse. The reason Sora works so well is because the AI has a very good habit of spamming single chains, and her cleanse is the single chain. I personally don't know of any other cleanses. I don't really use many others, obviously, because I don't have resources, and I actually started with Sora and Kun and Bam and Mira, basically. So, yeah. uh, yeah. I wish everyone all the best for this whole thing. Kaiser and Elaine is Elaine definitely. To be honest, in when I can add her in that team, they are very, very nasty. In hard, uh, once I got Elaine in there with the 5, I autoed from all the way through 19, all the way through 20. I even where is it? Yeah, I even got the 3-star on 2025, and that was straight up auto the first time. They're it's a very, very powerful combination. Uh, I believe that's everything. Hopefully this helps someone. If it does, please let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Not much to say at the moment. Hopefully in the future I'll put up a lot more stuff on this and other games as well. Uh, Once I actually get a laptop and that, not recording on a phone. But yeah, thanks for your time. I Appreciate it. All the best. Thank you very much. Take care.